This is my presentation on professional teaching standards by Tia Davis. The SBA standard that most applies to my profession is the National Council of Teachers of English. I am currently a fourth grade ELA teacher, and I will be a future secondary ELA teacher as well. One of the common themes that apply to both the NTAS and the SBA NCTE standard is diversity, recognition, and appreciation. The NCTE standard, reading for perspective, is that students will read a wide range of print and text to build an understanding of text of themselves and of the cultures of the United States and the world, to acquire new information to respond to the needs in the mass of society and the workplace, and for personal fulfillment. Among these will be fiction and nonfiction, classic and contemporary works. The NTAS standard is where teachers understand the difference between diverse cultures and communities, and they ensure inclusive learning environments so that each student can meet the highest standards. The next common theme is the importance of communication. The NTAS standard, which is 8M, is instructional strategies. The teacher understands how multiple forms of communication convey ideas, foster self-expression, and builds relationships. And the NCTE standard 4 is that students adjust the use of spoken, written, and visual language to communicate effectively with a variety of audiences and for different purposes. The next common theme is the recognition and the differentiation for ELL learners. With this one, the NTAS standard 2I is learning differences and the essential knowledge. For this one, the teacher knows about the second language acquisition process and knows how to incorporate instructional strategies and resources to support language acquisition. The NCTE standard 10, applying non-English perspectives, is that students whose first language is English may make use of their first language to develop competency in the English language and develop understanding of content across the curriculum. How the common themes relate to the knowledge, skills, and values of an effective teacher. Diversity, recognition, and appreciation relates to the knowledge, skills, and values of an effective teacher because it is important for both students and teachers to have an understanding and respect for the different cultures that they may encounter in school or in the outside world. An effective teacher should be able to embrace the differences of his or her students and make each child feel accepted and welcome to an equal learning opportunity in the classroom. The recognition and differentiation for ELL learners. An effective teacher should understand the process of language acquisition and embrace the process gracefully so that ELL students are able to become competent in the English language. We need to understand that we cannot just put their first language on the back burner and force them to learn English. We have to do it gracefully. We have to transition them correctly. The importance of communication relates to the knowledge, skills, and values of an effective teacher, because an effective educator should be able to use and teach his or her students to use different forms of communication based on their audience and their purpose. Recognition and differentiation for ELL learners. I think I accidentally posted that one twice. I've already read this one, so we will skip over it. Professional collaboration and data-driven instructional decision-making. Standard 10 of NTASC is the leadership and collaboration. The teacher sees appropriate leadership roles and opportunities to take responsibility for student learning, to collaborate with learners, families, colleagues, and other professionals and community members to ensure learner growth and to advance a profession. This elaborates more on the data-driven instructional decision-making, which is NTASC Standard 9. It relates to that. Professional learning and instructional practice. It addresses the teacher's needs to participate in ongoing professional learning and to use evidence to evaluate his or her practices on a continuous basis. The teacher should know how to effectively use a variety of self-assessment strategies to analyze and reflect on and make the necessary changes to his or her practice. As an educator, it is essential that we continue to self-evaluate. We make changes where necessary. We make improvements where necessary. We zone in on our strengths and weaknesses and make changes. Teachers should collaborate with students, families, and other colleagues to ensure students are effectively learning and applying knowledge based on the NCTE standards. If the teacher's instructional methods are not reaching each student effectively, then he or she should make the necessary changes to correct the issue. Assuming the responsibilities of improving practice and advancing the profession. So one of the primary responsibilities of an educator is to create a safe and productive learning environment so that each child can achieve at the highest level possible. So in order to achieve this goal, educators must participate in professional learning and self-renewal. It is also a responsibility of an educator to use effective collaboration with the instructional team, which includes learners, families, other colleagues and teachers, and school staff.